It's hard to believe that you can count the number of three-pointers Ben Simmons has made in his 7-year career on one hand. But here's an even more surprising fact. Shaq, known for his poor free-throwing shooting, was actually better from the line than Simmons. How can someone with so much potential, the #1 overall pick, Rookie of the Year, and a 3-time All-Star be considered a bust with the worst contract in the NBA? Let's dive into the curious case of Ben Simmons, exploring his successes, failures, and where he stands today. In theory, Ben Simmons is a 6'10" point guard with excellent court vision, premier defense, and elite athleticism. However, reality paints a different picture. He has become a disappointing role player on a mediocre Brooklyn team. Even after the Nets traded away their superstars, Simmons couldn't showcase his dominance. But how did it come to this? How did Simmons go from shooting 70% from the free throw line in his first playoff series to a dismal 33% in his last? To understand Simmons' fall from grace, we need to go back to his college days. He had one of the most productive seasons in recent memory, averaging 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Simmons displayed incredible athleticism, long strides, and unmatched body control. He did things in transition that hadn't been seen from someone his size. With his exceptional ball handling and ability to find open teammates with pinpoint passes, comparisons to LeBron James flooded scouting reports. So when Simmons was selected as the first overall pick in the 2016 NBA draft, it didn't come as a surprise. However, problems quickly arose during the 76ers training camp. Just weeks before the season, Simmons fractured the 5th metatarsal bone in his right foot. His estimated recovery time was 3 to 4 months, but a re-injury during rehab forced him to miss the entire season. Philadelphia fans, who had already experienced Joel Embiid's injury-plagued early years, feared the worst. But as soon as the 2017-18 season started, Simmons silenced the doubts. In just 4 games, he recorded his first triple-double, becoming the only player in NBA history to begin a season with at least 170 points, 100 rebounds, and 80 assists in his team's first 10 games. Simmons went on to average 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists on 55% shooting from the field, solidifying his status as the most versatile rookie since LeBron James. He won Rookie of the Year over Donovan Mitchell and helped the Sixers win 52 games, reaching the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. However, the hype surrounding Simmons quickly faded in the next playoff round against the Celtics. Boston shut down his driving and kicking game by quick switching with Al Horford, leaving Simmons open on the perimeter. He looked lost, unmotivated, and harmless. The Celtics exploited his weaknesses, and the Sixers lost the series in 5 games. Suddenly, Simmons went from being praised for his versatility, defensive prowess, and court vision to becoming the most hated man in Philadelphia. Fans and media outlets criticized his game and questioned how a point guard could be such a terrible shooter. Yet some defended Simmons, believing he had the potential to improve his mid-range jump shots. After all, great ball handlers like Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, and LeBron James had entered the NBA with broken jump shots and became Hall of Famers. When the 2019 season began, Simmons still lacked a jump shot, but his overall performance compensated for it. The addition of Jimmy Butler provided the Sixers with a much-needed closer, allowing Simmons to focus on playmaking, defense, and rebounding. Despite the absence of a reliable jump shot, Simmons averaged a career-high 16.9 points per game, while leading the league in steals. He earned his first All-Star selection and helped Philadelphia secure the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. In the playoffs, Simmons showed flashes of brilliance, particularly in the first round against the Brooklyn Nets. He averaged 17.2 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 7.6 assists per game, while shooting an impressive 68% from the field. However, his limitations became more evident as the playoffs progressed. Opposing teams began employing a hack-a-Simmons strategy, intentionally fouling him to send him to the free throw line where his shooting struggles were exposed. Simmons shot a woeful 34% from the free throw line during the postseason, making teams more willing to employ this tactic.